Hi everybody, my name is Fedorov. I'm doing Master of Teaching Primary course with Swinburne Online. Today we will talk about cognitivism, one of the most popular and dominating theories of human learning and development. So, cognitive view of learning compares our brain to a complex computer that can encode, store and retrieve the information. It substituted previously dominating theory of behaviorism, which couldn't explain the high-order thinking processes and the importance for learning and development. Cognitivism introduced the new important ideas of memory compartments and cognitive loads, trying to explain how we acquire and use new knowledge and skills and why sometimes it can be a bit too difficult. Cognitivists believe that learners are mentally active, not just passive, and their development depends on the previous experiences. Learners do not just record, but construct new knowledge using previously acquired information and making sense of it. And finally, cognitivists believe that learning can be enhanced in a social environment. Now let's talk about how we learn professional writing at school, universities, and trying to explain it from the cognitive point of view. Unfortunately, cognitivism cannot explain some personal and environmental factors that can influence our learning. This is one of the limitations. In fact, we're all different. We can learn professional writing, but only some of us can become the real professionals and genius writers. It's not for everyone. So, to start with, of course, we learn the alphabet and letters. It's not that easy because this is something new, and in fact we cannot use previously acquired knowledge. Letters can be hard to remember, but probably a bit easier to remember for very young children. Next step is we learn how to make words using our letters. On this stage, of course, we use our previous knowledge because we already know the alphabet. Makes it a bit easier, so we have to construct words using letters. Next stage, we learn how to make sentences using our words, and letters can easily be explained by the cognitive theory of learning and development, because of course we construct our sentences using our letters and words and the other knowledge like punctuation and grammar. And next stage we learn how to write simple texts, letters and essays, still constructing our previous knowledge. Last stage is we learn the actual professional writing, which is obviously not so easy, and it would be impossible if we wouldn't have our previous knowledge of writing. Letters, sentences, words and simple essays or letters. That's it. Explains everything, but nearly everything. Now let's talk about solar taxonomy. Can it explain how we learn professional writing? Yes, of course, it can. First of all, we learn letters, and they're unconnected to anything else. Next stage, of course, we make some connections, learning words and sentences. And after that, we can understand the significance of words, letters, grammar and punctuation in relation to the whole texts. We can see the whole picture how we use letters, words, sentences and grammar to write a text. And the last stage, we learn professional writing for TVs, newspapers and magazines. Probably we can write books, we can become famous bloggers these days. It's possible as well. Everybody can consider themselves professional writers, writing blogs and become popular. So this is solar taxonomy. Now let's talk about Bloom's taxonomy. It can explain everything as well. So first stage, we simply have to remember letters, words and grammar, and then we have to understand how to use them. Next stage, we have to apply this knowledge, learning how to write. After that, we can analyze the information, writing different types of texts. So we use previously acquired knowledge, and our brain can work a bit differently, creating something new. Next stage, we can compare, we can evaluate texts, our own texts or other people's texts. So we can act as the editors. We can make other people's texts better, more readable, more understandable, nicer, more attractive. So this is the next stage. And last stage is we can create something absolutely new, but of course, obviously it's not for everyone. This is Bloom's taxonomy. And that's it for today. All in all, cognitive learning theory can obviously explain how we develop and acquire new information, but it has some serious limitations. In fact, as simple as that, we are all acting like computers. In some cases we are acting like computers, but we are not computers. Why is that? Because, first of all, comparing to computers, we are unable to storage and retrieve everything. It's a bit too difficult. We can be tired, we can be bored, we can be simply not interested in some sorts of information or learning. So basically, this is one of the serious limitations of cognitive learning theory, which is obviously makes sense, but with some limitations. That's it for now. Thank you for your attention. Now I'm happy to answer your questions.